The Metropolitan Premier Cup is the oldest and biggest youth football competition on the continent. The 24th edition of the Easter weekend football bonanza takes place at Erica Park in Belhar from the 4th to the 9th of April 2012. Last year, Comesho FC made history. The Namibian side beat ASD Cape Town 3-2 in the final and became the first club outside South Africa to lift the title. Since October last year, over 150 local clubs battled it out to qualify for the 2012 Metropolitan Premier Cup.
We have started already in October 2011. So far we've had 165 teams trying to qualify. And at this stage we're now at the round robin, and it means a lot to all the players and as well as the clubs to be in the Metropolitan Premier Cup.
The Bay Hill, as it was previously known, has long been a platform to rise to fame for youth footballers. Benny McCarthy first came to prominence at the Bay Hill. In 1995, he was named player of the tournament and from there on shot to international stardom. Stephen Pienaar, Nassif Morris, Matthew Booth, Munib Joseph, Brett Evans, Tulani Serrero and Kermit Erasmus are just a few of the countless players who were touched by the magic of the Premier Cup.
It was very important because it helped me with my development. It's a really good tournament because that's where you need to prove that you're good enough to play for the first team. After the Bay Hill, you kind of go and train with the first team.
It was a big occasion for me. Yeah, it was a tough level for me to progress to, but it definitely laid the foundations for my football career.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity that they gave me. It was a massive stepping stone for me. Without it, I might not have become a professional footballer. That's where I got spotted.
I think I made my name in that tournament, the Metropolitan Cup, and it would be very important for young players, in our country to actually take part in the tournament and play for clubs.
That's the very reason scouts from around the country mark the event boldly in their diaries.
I'm here primarily to scout talent, which is obviously one of our primary objectives as an agency or one of the leading agencies in the country. We're looking at identifying talent at a very young age, and the purpose, of course, is to nurture the talent if we find one, and of course take them to professional football clubs locally and or internationally.
I can see here the last 3 years here the quality is already getting better and better. You have more exposure, you have more spectators today. And I always say that the government also has to put a little bit more attention into it because this type of tournaments, it's very much important to your own youth to develop better youngsters to the Premier League side.
So I've been coming here for over 20 years, obviously being from Cape Town, and obviously with the Lennick in those days. It was very successful in those days with the tournament. So this tournament certainly has had a lot of players who've gone on, done very, very well in their careers. I mean, Benny's and Stephen Pienaar's and all those guys played in this tournament. So, I mean, there's huge talent here again this year, like they are every year. But, we need to nurture this talent and really make sure that they progress and go into our national teams and go on to play for, the final in the World Cups and things like that.
Yes, you will always find players at tournaments, and this being an age group that's closer to senior level, it obviously is a quicker way to see the result of a player from a tournament of this nature.
But the Premier Cup has not only been a platform for players. Coaches, administrators and match officials all use the tournament to prove their mettle.
I think your refereeing is sort of incomplete if you hadn't, come through the ranks and started at the Metropolitan Premier Cup.
This is it. This is the best there is as well. Great many players have come through this. Not equaled anywhere else in the world that I'm aware of.
Metropolitan has been involved with the Premier Cup since its inception. So much so that its sponsorship has shaped the landscape of South African youth football.
Well, this particular sponsorship speaks right to the heart of our brand and the communities that we serve. So it's a very important sponsorship to us, and it allows us to touch the lives of the markets that we focus on And it really allows us to give something back to the community, not only from a sponsorship point of view, but we also actively do work in terms of life skills training with the players, and we try and get the communities as involved in the matches as possible.
Metropolitan forged a relationship with the South African Football Association to form the Metropolitan Under-19 National League. In recent years, a partnership with the South African Schools Football Association established the powerful Metropolitan Schools Under-16 Cup. The magic of Metropolitan even travelled into Africa, where its involvement with the Council of Southern African Football Associations led to the Metropolitan COSAFA Under-20 Youth Championship, staying true to its commitment to youth football. But this commitment stretches far beyond the field of play. All players who compete in Metropolitan football properties attend obligatory life skills symposiums. Issues like HIV and AIDS, building your own brand, and dealing with media are presented by industry professionals. At all its football events, Metropolitan ensures that the tournament provides opportunities for local business, ensuring that suppliers from local host cities always benefit. Metropolitan also supports various community projects. As a further step towards developing youth, a Premier Cup Dream Team faced Amajita in an intense program at the University of Pretoria last year.
It was one of those camps that was a preparation camp, so it was one where we wanted to basically tap into the best talent that's available. This was one of this opportunity from the Dream Team and the Under-20, because 15 players came now from nowhere basically.
And I think what this sponsor is doing is they're going the extra mile by bringing these boys into a camp, getting expert coaching, and then, as you saw today, they matched the Under-20s, and they could have even gone on to beat them.
Over the past 23 years, Cape Town clubs have been ruling the roost at the Premier Cup. But that trend is under threat from clubs up north. It's been 3 years since a club from the mother city scooped the title. So who will lift the 24th edition of the Metropolitan Premier Cup?